Hey everyone, and welcome to another figure review. Today I'm going to be looking at the Sentinel made model kit, the Plaiobot Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann. Now I have built one of these in the past, which is the actual Gurren Lagann, and I'll have that as a size comparison in a moment, but this is the Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann, and basically it's significantly larger and significantly higher price, but its build is around the same level as the previous one. And because of that, it's sort of like a high grade boosted up, and you'll see a lot of issues because of that. But anyway, here it is. You can see it here. I haven't painted anything. I've just applied a bunch of the stickers and cleaned up a little bit of it. But this plastic does mark up quite a bit, and I will go through some of it. But general aesthetics, it does look quite nice, and it looks like what it should. So it's very imposing. You can see the drills on the sides. It looks pretty much like a frame from the show. The proportions are all wild, the faces are strange but cool, the sunglasses are stylish. It's pretty much everything you could want generally in the sort of like in the general body proportions of something from Studio Trigger or Gainax when they made Gurren Lagann. So it looks good. Here it is next to the previous one, the Gurren Lagann, which was the first in this set, as well as the entry grade RX-78, so you can see how it sort of compares to a regular high grade Gundam and previous figures in this line. They aren't to scale, obviously, as Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann is absolutely gigantic, and unfortunately one of the cool gimmicks of this is seeing the Gurren Lagann powering the whole machine inside of it in like a cockpit sort of area, but as you build it you hide that area entirely. But it does still stay as a connector point between the arms, but I'll take a photo and show you what it looks like. It's a shame that it's hidden and you can't really access that area just to see it, but it's a nice little touch. Accessory wise, you get the sunglasses that are already put on the mech, as well as two sort of like spikes that go on the shoulders when you take off the drills. There's the sunglasses as well as a hand to hold them like a boomerang or blade. There's the fists that are currently on the mech, as well as two open hands. There's also another drill adapter that you use when you want to put the drill on the actual mech for a weapon. Now, articulation wise, you don't get a whole lot. It's like some bits are good, some bits aren't. The head can rotate around. It's got a pretty good upwards and downwards motion, but it's hidden by the chest. So you always sort of have to view this at an angle. The arms have okay range of motion. It's a very odd range of motion. Like the bends aren't where you'd think they are, and the bends can't go very far. The arms can rotate a full 360. They look like they're on a ball joint, but they're not. The ab crunch is actually pretty good because it's the entire torso area is on a really deep ball joint. And it lets you get some really nice movement out of it, surprisingly enough. You can get some side to side, and the legs can bend a bit, and there is waist swivel and side skirt swivel. The feet can rotate, but I wouldn't recommend it because they sort of support the weight of the mech. General going around the grounds here, you can see all of these little like dark circles are stickers, as well as a lot of the blue areas on this mech are stickers as well, and it's really annoying that they aren't color separated, because there is this like the very particular shade of blue that they use is on a runner, but they didn't print enough and they just really half-assed it. For a lot of the color separation is a sticker, and it's just so annoying to put together. It's just incredibly annoying, and you'll see it as we get through this. Now I'm going to put him in a few practice poses so you can see what he can achieve. He will fall apart while I do this because he's not very tight, not very structurally sound. So he is swinging the sunglasses. It looks alright. I'm not super impressed by it, really. He would look much better with an action base, but even then I feel like the weight of his legs would drag the whole thing down. It's sort of annoying. He can hold up some stuff with his arms okay, but I think the legs are where he falls apart, and I'll show you how he can hold things with this drill. So you basically pop off the shoulders, separate the two segments, and then guide the adapter piece in between the two, and then it makes the drill weapon from the show. And then you take off a hand and you just plug it in. So it looks pretty good. If you raise the drill too high, the adapter sort of splits because it's very loose, and it just breaks the illusion of a complete drill beyond the massive seam line and nub marks, because this plastic does mark very, very easily. It's also very brittle. It seems pretty easy to break. So you can see, here he is, the drill, and he looks alright. I took off the sunglasses on his chest just because they keep getting in the way, and I don't want to snap them because they do seem like they will snap at a moment's notice. So it looks okay. A lot of these parts, once you put them on, are also hard to take off, like the shoulder spikes. They tend to be quite awkward to remove. So I've tried putting the sunglasses back on and getting into another action pose and taking off both drills. But like the feet can't really bend in the right way to suspend him, and I'm not going to waste an action base on him. Basically, I mean, it's a bit sad to say, but I don't think he's worth it. So there are a few action poses, and yeah, to take off the spikes, they are very tricky to get a hold of, but the drills themselves slide in very snugly and securely. You can rotate them to hide the seam lines. Then there's also the folded arm piece, which is pretty much the most iconic trigger-like pose and Gurren Lagann-ish pose, or Sushio pose that you can possibly get. And it's 4 separate pieces, all molded in the same color. So all the color separation again is stickers. It feels very tight putting this on. It's a little awkward putting it on and posing it once it's on. You do need to put all the sunglasses and all that on beforehand. Just be careful when posing it afterwards. And it looks cool, but like it's very obvious where the arm meets this new piece, because it's not molded in grey like the other arms were. But weirdly enough, in the instructions, with the sort of fully painted prototypes that you'd show for promotion, show the thing unpainted, which is just absolutely bizarre. But yeah, look, general aesthetics of this in the folded pose looks really nice. Again, you can rotate the drills to hide the seam lines. Looks nice. On the back, I didn't do any of the stickers, really, just because it's more trouble than it's worth. You can see the base adapter on the bottom. Looks okay. You can see the stickers. So the stickers on his waist are especially weird, because it's not just the greyish black circle thing, it's also a blue sticker. So it's a blue sticker that you put over the plastic piece there, and then you put that grey circle inside, and it just looks horrible and it's annoying to put on. The other thing that just frustrates me to no end is that pretty much all these stickers are off center, and it's so noticeable and so annoying. And like, you compare it to the original Gurren Lagann, and it was just so smartly designed. Like, granted, couldn't do all the color separation, but the stickers they had were good quality. They layered nicely. From a distance you couldn't even tell. There's just this dull metallic sticker. It looked really nice. The stickers here are decent in color, but they're just separated in such an awkward way. They all go into curved spaces, and curved spaces are a nightmare to put stickers in. There's 3 to a space and things like this, and the stickers themselves are poor quality. Like, I couldn't put all of them on because some of them ripped as I was trying to take them off, and it's just so stupid. So you can see here's the freaking pathetic sticker sheet. It's like over 50 stickers, and they're all on this. It looks like crap. Just, you can see all of this trash on it. And it's so annoying. It's not worth painting because there's so much freaking effort to put into it, and like it's so frustrating. You see, like some of these ones that ripped on me, it's just not a fan. So yeah, look, if you were thinking of getting a Gurren Lagann kit, this is pretty much it, unless you go for like some of the older figures from Revoltech and stuff like that. There is a transforming version of this, I'm pretty sure, but it costs an incredible amount and doesn't look nearly as good with proportions. If you wanted to just complete a set, it does look nice enough, but its build quality, just general structures just feels poor. The original Gurren Lagann has a lot of issues. It broke on me. That's why I didn't pose it in this review. It's pretty much stuck in a pose. I've glued it together. It's not a very great kit, but it looks the part and feels the part for pretty much all of it. And it looks much better than this, and handles much better than this. It might be tight, but you can fix stuff up. I've heard the Lazen gun is really good. I've got it, I haven't built it. I've heard the Lazen gun fixes all the issues that the Gurren had. So it looks like they took a step forward, then another step back with this one. So it's a bit of a shame. So yeah, if anything I just said appealed to you, yeah, go ahead, grab it. But I definitely wouldn't recommend it. It's just a really annoying kit. And it's just a frustrating build. It was deceptively simple, but frustratingly simple. There are a lot of sharp parts, a lot of annoying parts. And yeah, just really disappointed in the whole thing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you all next time.